going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and today we're going to be talking about the new trailer that we got, all weapons and maps for Modern Warfare 2, as well as a delay for DMZ. Definitely stay tuned. But before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, drop a like, and make sure you have notifications on to stay up to date with everything going on in Cold War Year 2, Warzone, Modern Warfare 2, and any other future Call of Duty as well. Now, before we continue, let's go ahead and thank today's sponsor, BLOODLINE. The game is actually about to come out on June 23rd, and you can check it out with the link in this video's description to also get your hands on a gift code to receive exclusive in-game rewards on day one. New legends will be born. The game has a beautiful art style comprised in traditional Western fantasy with full 3D realistic graphics. It's available on mobile devices, both iOS and Android to be exact, so relax yourself with the easy-to-use controls on a vertical screen. Bloodline is a unique RPG with gacha gameplay. There is an heir system, collect a variety of legendary champions, pass on your powers, and raise heirs with true companions from a vast fantasy world. Choose your path and make your house stronger by uniting clans. In addition, the game features light elements of sim-style gameplay where you can build your own kingdom and economy. Now there's also an awesome companion, Fulgur, the demigod. You can switch genders of your companions freely, level up yourself to unlock more companions for free. The higher your companion's intimacy, the more powerful is your offspring. We also have Half-Blood Heir, Dragonborn X demigods. You can create even stronger offspring by marrying the champions. The skills of different clans can be inherited by merging them together. To celebrate the launch, players can now obtain a half-dragonborn, half-demigod heir that has incredible dexterity and strength absolutely free. But don't forget to download the game using the link in this video's description, the pinned comment, or the QR code on screen by scanning it, and you can use my gift code also in the description to obtain a random bloodline right now with rewards that are worth $20. You get a champion token, 100,000 gold, and 100 diamonds. Thank you to Bloodline for sponsoring today's video.
New legends will be born. Download free now.
Now let's start off with the new LTM that's currently live in Rebirth known as Exfiltrate. So the idea of this mode is fairly simple, and you're meant to exfil off the island, which is a perfect segue into Fortune's Keep, the new Warzone map releasing later this week. And honestly, after about an hour or so of this mode being live, the community out there just wasn't having it, considering this was the only mode you were able to play today on Rebirth. There was no regular Resurgence, Battle Royale. You were able to play Caldera, of course, but Raven saw that feedback and quickly brought back regular Resurgence on Rebirth to close off Season 3. Now you can play regular Resurgence on Rebirth or this new LTM, and the rules of this LTM are simple. It's very similar to Dropkick from Black Ops Cold War Season 1, and you're just meant to hold on to a radio for 2 minutes. If you manage to do that, the game will end. That's why people out there were a bit upset about the LTM, because matches were ending fairly quickly. If you have a sweaty squad that has G Fuel in their veins and they're bunny hopping everywhere holding down positions, then they can pretty quickly hold on to that radio, and then boom, the 2 minutes are up and the match is over. So I think it's a cool mode to play with friends, but with randoms it's nearly impossible, although we still got some good clips as you guys are going to see in the background. And also, as a reminder, Rebirth is not going away permanently. With the start of Season 4, you will see both Caldera and Fortune's Keep live in the Warzone menu, but Rebirth just won't be there. However, it is returning towards the end of June, since the official schedule was posted today regarding what playlists are going to be active in Warzone for the next couple of weeks. Rebirth will be returning with Rebirth of the Dead, the Zombies event, which is also on the roadmap for Season 4, and then once that comes back, I'm sure the LTM will be live for like a week or two, and then we'll go back to a traditional Resurgence Rebirth playlist. But also pointed out in the schedule is the fact that every morning we're going to be seeing both of these maps cycled in and out. So we're going to be seeing Rebirth coming on a morning, and then 24 hours later Fortune's Keep. So it's interesting how they're going to do this. They won't have all maps playable all at once. I mean, they might, but it looks like their goal right now is to just cycle maps in and out every day, which I guess is cool. But if that also doesn't work out for the community, I'm sure they'll also change their mind on that in the next couple of months. You guys probably also saw the gameplay trailer for Season 4, Mercenaries of Fortune. I know we have the Battle Pass trailer also up next, which is probably going to end up dropping tomorrow or at some point early on Wednesday. I'll keep you posted with that. But we got a new look here at Fortune's Keep, and we got some cool gameplay shown on the map itself. I'm really looking forward to hopping onto the map itself, since we do know from a blog post, I think it was yesterday, that the size of Fortune's Keep isn't too different from Rebirth, which I'm relieved about, because if it ended up being a much bigger map than Rebirth and was just a mini Caldera, then there might have been a problem with the community for sure. But can't say no to a new map. I mean, we have High Moon Studios that developed this new experience, whereas Raven and Infinity Ward are focused on everything to do with Warzone 2. So no time was taken away from whatever's going to happen with the next iteration of Warzone. And in terms of the patch, the install times, we do know that tomorrow, June 21st, the Vanguard patch will be live at 9 a.m. Pacific, 12 p.m. Eastern, and that patch will likely include early access to the new multiplayer map via private matches, maybe a sneak peek at the new weapons, maybe even a change to the main menu. We'll see how that that goes and what's offered. But the Warzone update will then go live this Wednesday, June 22nd at 9 a.m. Pacific or 12 p.m. Eastern, whereas Season 4 altogether also begins at the same time, June 22nd, 9 a.m. Pacific. Because the Vanguard update will be live first for the public, I think that just means we'll be hopping on Shi No Numa Reborn first on stream, then probably end the stream, do a couple of videos, followed by doing up another stream later that night with Fortune's Keep, the new Warzone experience. So that's probably how I'm gonna do it, but we'll be talking about the sneak peek at Shi No Numa Reborn in this trailer with a second video that I have coming up tonight regarding Black Ops Cold War. But the other day we had Codsploits point out that we have a new pre-order bonus for Modern Warfare 2, which is yet to be announced, but was data mined in the strings of Vanguard. We have a bundle called Final Judgment, which will be available in Vanguard at some point this summer, featuring 1 operator, 1 blueprint, and more. So this will be the bonus that you get for pre-ordering Modern Warfare 2 when you then hop onto Vanguard. I mean, in previous years, you would typically get a pre-order bonus that's usable in the current Call of Duty, whereas as of recently, when you pre-order Modern Warfare 2, and as you can see in the Vault Edition, all the pre-order bonuses are either for Day 1 MW2 or for Modern Warfare 2019 and Warzone 1. There have been no actual bonuses announced for Vanguard, but this is going to be the one. I'm sure they'll talk more about this closer to the multiplayer reveal at some point this summer. Now, similar to the video I made the other day talking about how the first 4 maps for Black Ops 2024 were somehow found in Warzone Mobile's files, we also have all upcoming weapons in Modern Warfare 2 which somehow also got found in the same dump. So again, some of these weapons might be exclusive to Warzone Mobile, some of these might be reused from MW 2019 and won't be in MW2, but as far as the list goes, here we go. With ARs, we have an M4A1, we have the grenade launcher attachment, we have an AUG, and even a new weapon known as the AR_Sierra. So we're not sure what that is. We then have the Kilo 53, Kilo 74, a Kilo 105, which could be an AK-105, also a new weapon. We have the M13 from MW 2019, a Scar H. We then have a FR556, so that's also probably from MW 2019, the Automation. And as far as SMGs go, we have an MP5, AR57, PP Bison, the Fennec, P90, MPX, Uzi, and an MP7. For shotguns, we then have 2 new ones. We have one called SH_M Bravo, one called SH_M Mike 1014. We then have one that's called SH_M Victor. Not sure what those shotguns are at all. We probably saw a glimpse of them already in the campaign gameplay we got recently. For LMGs, we then have the RAL, which is also from MW 2019. We have the LM_A Hotel, LM_Foxtrot, the M Kilo 3, which is probably the Bruin MK9. We then have the N Golf 7, the R Kilo, and then the Kilo 21. Those are all LMGs. For snipers, we have the AX50, the what is this? The L IMAX? We then have the M Romeo. And then in terms of marksman rifles, they did find the M2010. But for pistols, we have the Glock 17, something called the Stim pistol. We then have something called the 50GS, as well as the P220. And then for launchers, we have a new one called the Mike 203, the RPG-7, the Pila, the Javelin, and something called the K Golf. Once again, these are all weapons that may be in Modern Warfare 2, some of which are left over from MW 2019, which might not come out, and some of which may be exclusive to just Warzone Mobile. We'll have to wait and see, but the codename for all of these is IW9, which is, yes, Infinity War's 9th game. But as far as maps go, same rules apply as the weapons. These may be left over, could be scrapped, could be planned, and don't even release in MW2. We have MP_Action Park, Agent Perf, Ancient, Backstab, Cathedral. We then have Climb, Cruise, Davos, Dogtown, Esports Gym, that one sounds interesting, Exhume, Fallout, Favela, Mountain Town, Narcos, Oilfield, Ridge, Royce Testo 4, Runner, which could be Gunrunner, and then Saba. So, like I said earlier, these maps could be featured in Warzone 2 exclusively, might not be in multiplayer, or vice versa. We'll just have to wait and see where these maps end up popping out at some point in the next couple of months. Now, here's the real bombshell of this video. Somebody out there went ahead and tweeted Gaming Scooper, the Ghost of Hope, asking him what's going on with DMZ. Everybody's been a bit quiet about what's going on in that mode. We do know from the Modern Warfare 2 global reveal that a sandbox mode was confirmed to be coming out in MW2, but there were no details that Infinity Ward, Charlie Intel, or any COD partner was able to share. So I would just assume that that's going to be a big surprise reveal at some point later in the summer, completely separate from whatever's going on with multiplayer. But the Ghost of Hope replied by saying, "I have nothing to share, my dude. It's been moved to 2023 and I put gameplay info. I put out gameplay info, excuse me. Sorry you think info just falls into my lap." So I'm like, hold on a second. second, nobody's really talking about this. Nobody out there, from my understanding, has made a video or a tweet saying that DMZ is delayed till 2023. So this might be the first that you're hearing about this, which in fact would mean that Modern Warfare 2 is going to release with campaign, multiplayer, and then Spec Ops. And I'm like, alright, I guess that's fine. If you guys aren't a fan of any of that, but you're into Warzone, at least Warzone 2 is confirmed to be coming out later this year, which is probably going to be late November or even December before the holidays, so that all of that is out before the new year. And then maybe it's going to be like an Outbreak update where DMZ will just get added during Season 1 or Season 2 DLC update, and then after that, you can maybe boot it up either through MW2 or through its own application. If you're like, wait, how would it be its own application? Well, maybe that's tied into the Disney Plus Call of Duty 2.0 application that's about to come out probably later this year or early next year, so DMZ might be tied to one of the two. But I'm really interested as to why DMZ may have gotten pushed back, considering we've heard nothing but good news about it from gaming scoopers in the press over the last few months. People out there that claimed it was in pretty far development, it was going to come out by launch. Not sure what happened there, but hopefully they get their things together, and hopefully Spec Ops is at least playable for those out there that aren't interested in campaign and multiplayer, or for those that are just waiting for Warzone 2. But what I already see happening is the same thing that happened with Verdansk back in 2019, where there were leaks and rumors and gameplay out there of a Battle Royale coming to MW. People out there just didn't believe it until it was officially released by Call of Duty themselves. So right now you have people out there with conspiracies that DMZ never existed, it's not going to happen, even though we already have confirmation of a sandbox mode coming to the game. Now, as I did cover in a previous video, we do have a new job listing which has surfaced, suggesting that Infinity Ward is working on an open world RPG project which may not be tied to Call of Duty at all, and there is no release date tied to whatever that project is. And if we go along with the rumors that DMZ is practically finished, or is at least far enough in development to suggest it's going to be coming out later this fall or at least early 2023, then that open world RPG job listing should probably be for a different project that isn't tied to Call of Duty at all, presumably Infinity Ward's next project after Modern Warfare 2, which for the first time will not be tied to Call of Duty, because Infinity Ward hasn't made a non-Call of Duty project in quite some time, neither as Treyarch and neither as Sledgehammer. So I think after maybe the next 2-3 years, you may start seeing studios come out with actual unique projects that have nothing to do with Call of Duty or any pre-existing IPs. Now, is it possible that that job listing has something to do with DMZ, and the job listing is referring to their development on the mode? Because if that is the case, then we can safely assume the mode is nowhere near release. We may not see this until maybe deeper into year 1, possibly even a year 2 project. But honestly, I don't think DMZ is that far away from launch, but I do think this fall will have a primary focus on campaign, multiplayer, Spec Ops, whatever that's going to be, and then Warzone 2 shortly after that, and that should keep us going for a while if the game is updated properly, if you listen to fan feedback, and it won't feel like we're kind of just on the edge of our seats, patiently waiting for DMZ, since we'll have plenty of other material to play around with. But to end this video off, we have an article that was posted by gaming scooper Ralph's Valve, which is linked down below, talking all about the movement coming to this game, regarding ladders and ropes, shifting and strafing, wall climb, ledge hanging, we have sliding, as well as bunny hopping, of course, exigency hip fire, which is a quick sidearm draw, a suppressor meter, which is new, as well as weapon handling in terms of grips, some improvements to how those work on our weapons, magazine check animations, which are also new, as well as a reticle ammunition count. So there's full detail about each one of these features linked down below in the description for those out there that are interested in movement in Modern Warfare 2, but this game is about to change it all, and without a doubt, it's gonna really impact how every future Call of Duty feels. But regardless, I think Treyarch, Sledgehammer will always put their spin on some of these new features when they end up incorporating things like this in their future installments. But that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on everything to do with Modern Warfare 2, weapons, maps, movement, DMZ getting delayed, the trailer we got today for Fortune's Keep, our new Rebirth LTM? Let me know what you think down below. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everybody.